Okay, welcome to lesson 94, add and subtract real numbers. So now we're going to be dealing with the set of real numbers, which is all rational and irrational numbers. So please, if you have not done so, watch the welcome to this channel video and the lesson number 1, the intro to numbers and operations video, to catch you up with all that you need to know about this channel. So our objective, I'm not going to read through the notes and rules and vocabulary. Okay, so our first example, add and or subtract. So 8.4, 8 and 4/10 plus 1/4 minus 2 and 3/5. So the first thing you're going to want to do is convert all of these things into decimals and or fractions unless you want to put these in a calculator. So you got 8.4 is already a decimal. Plus 1/4, which is 0.25, minus 3/5, which is 0.6, so 2.6. And from here, we can see that we can just add and subtract these numbers. So 8.4 plus 0.25 minus 2.6 becomes 6.05. Now, if you have a calculator, what I suggest you do is enter it in like this. Do 8.4 plus 1 divided by 4, close the parentheses, minus, okay, so 1 divided by 4 minus parenthesis 2 plus parenthesis 3 divided by 5. And then when you do parentheses 5, you want to have to close both of them so you do not get an error message. If you do not put the second parenthesis in, you will get an error message and you should see your answer come out the same. And we do get 6.05 when doing it like that. So now, these instructions are good for any type of scientific calculator, the ones below. Okay, so let's look at our second example. Negative 12.63 minus 7.3 repeating. And then these two negatives become a plus, and we can't mix them up. So let's line them up. We got 3. 3 and 3 is 6, 9. 2 and 7 is 9, and 1. Same signs add, so we get negative, then plus 8.4. Different signs will subtract, so we're going to subtract, put a 0 in for place so that you know, and line up your numbers, and negative 11.563. So on the next slide, I'm going to show you how to enter this into the calculator. Okay, so how we're going to enter this one into the calculator is negative. This is negative. This is not subtract. So you're going to have to locate the negative on your calculator. And on a TI-84, the negative is near the decimal point. So because this is a positive and this is a negative, I am going to just write minus parentheses 7 plus parenthesis 1 divided by 3. I have to close both sets of parentheses. Then I'm going to subtract negative 8.4. So let's put this in a different color. This symbol is negative and this one is negative. Okay, so the negative, make sure you put negatives in differently from subtraction or else you will get an error. And once you do this, you'll get negative 11.563, and the 3 is repeating. Okay. All right, those are examples for this one. I will see you at the end of the video for the recap. Okay, so doing this the regular way, 2 1/9 becomes negative 2.111 repeating. Negative and a negative become a positive. 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. And then plus 6.41. So 6.41 plus 1.1 is 7.51 minus 2.111 repeating, and that's plus because this is plus. So subtracting, you get 9 3 and then 5. All right, so that looks like it's going to be 5.39 repeating. So your answer is going to be 5.399 repeating. And we round numbers off to the thousandths place. That's 3 digits behind the decimal. Okay, 1/2 is 0.5. 2 negatives in a row become plus 5.5. 1 negative minus 1.1. So 1/2 plus 5.5 is 6 minus 1.1 becomes 4.9. Positive. Take the sign of the larger number. So some of these decimal things I shot through, and if you need to remember, please go back and watch some of the earlier videos I made about decimals and things. Basically, we convert all fractions to decimals, compare them, add them, subtract them, and do what we have to do, and then we convert them back if we need to. For these last two, we did not need to convert them back into fractions. We could just leave the answers as decimals. So that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the future. If you like what you saw, subscribe and hit the notification bell.